All right, so we love to go deep, and today let's dive into something I think you're going to find really interesting.
Okay.
I know you're really interested in using Python and Excel.
Yeah.
We found this little piece about keyboard shortcuts,
Right.
and specifically one that caught my eye because it seems like a basic Excel function,
Mm-hmm.
but it's flagged as Python related.
Interesting.
That's got to mean something, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What we're looking at here is the shortcut control plus shift plus U,
Okay.
which expands or collapses the formula bar in Excel.
Yeah, I use that all the time.
Right, exactly. And so you might be thinking, okay, that's helpful, but what's the Python connection?
Yeah, I'll admit I was a little confused at first.
Right.
It's not like I haven't used that shortcut a million times before.
Sure.
But it never really struck me as something specifically tied to Python.
Yeah, it's subtle, but it points to a bigger shift, the integration of Python directly into Excel.
Oh,
This isn't just about using Python as a separate scripting language anymore.
right.
You can actually write and execute Python code within your spreadsheets.
Wow.
And when you're working with complex Python scripts, that formula bar can get pretty crowded.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So
Yeah,
you're saying this shortcut becomes even more important when you're using Python in Excel
exactly.
because it lets you manage and view those longer lines of code.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine you're working on like a financial model in Excel,
Yeah.
and you're using Python to pull in real-time stock data
Okay.
or perform some complex calculations.
Right.
That formula bar is going to be packed with Python code.
Yeah.
This shortcut lets you quickly expand it
Okay.
to get a clear view of your entire script or collapse it to focus on specific lines.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, which is super helpful for debugging.
You know what? I've actually been playing around with the pandas library in Python
Okay.
to analyze data within Excel.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to quickly expand and collapse that formula bar with CTRL+SHIFT+U would have saved me so much scrolling back and forth.
Exactly. And think about the benefits beyond just viewing your code.
Okay.
Let's say you're presenting this financial model to colleagues.
Right.
You can use the shortcut to zoom in on specific sections of your Python code, making it much easier for them to follow your logic
Right.
and understand how the model works.
Makes total sense.
Yeah,
It's like you said, it seems like a simple shortcut,
right.
but it unlocks a whole new level of control when you're working with Python and Excel.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Really?
There are so many other powerful integrations between Excel and Python waiting to be explored.
Wow. So this has been a really cool deep dive.
Yeah.
I encourage you to experiment with this shortcut
Yes,
and see how it can improve your own workflow with Python in Excel.
for sure.
But here's something to think about.
Okay.
If something as simple as expanding the formula bar
Right.
can be so transformative with Python integration,
Yeah,
what other hidden gems are lurking within the tools we use every day?
that's a great question.
Keep that curiosity alive, and you might be surprised by what you discover.
Absolutely.